Yeah, but a 4 out of 10 when you're trying to focus is still.
It hurts more. It hurts more as I'm trying to play. Like when I'm like straining to play, it's like ow.
Between the focus and the like.
Do you think if you were on controller this whole time, you'd be better than?
No.
No.
And the reason for that is because my issue isn't in my controls. My issue is in doing the work.
It feels like it's natural as a controller now.
Yeah. I don't have any issues with it. In fact, there's a lot of things I'm way better on blocks than I ever was on controller.
Sure.
Live dashing for sure.
Oh really? Oh yeah. I guess it's like
it's a very standard movement.
Yeah.
So it feels fine. There's a lot of things I'm way better at. I think in general, like I'm a much better player than I was.
I agree.
It's
crazy how much better like the floor of the game is.
Dude, everyone's nuts.
Yeah.
Everyone's nuts. You should take your headphones off, do a full roll, man.
This is scratching
Do the
exactly
whole
what I need.
But no, I just need to do the work.
Oh, that was a nice.
I need to do the work, and I've been neglecting it like the past 2 weeks. And I just don't fucking care. I just want to play WoW.
Is the new expansion out?
Yep.
How is it? Is it everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah. Nice. It's so good. Except for Shadow Priest has stayed nerfed, so I'm playing Rogue now.
Oh, okay. It's still like you could get to max level in a day type of shit? On like new character?
It takes a little longer. The leveling experience for specifically the last expansion actually takes a little bit, unless you like had like some super optimized speedrunner right bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like not bad. They're finally doing what we've asked for years and like reusing the like empty fucking zones that they've left alone for forever.
Yeah.
Like right now,
most of the world is just dead.
It's like
it's always been a problem after like Wrath, really.
I mean, our hub is rebuilt Silverwind.
That's cool.
And it's fucking huge.
So sick of Dalaran.
Yeah, in fact, in the last expansion, Dalaran got exploded the second time, and it's done.
Yeah.
It's done for good. But no, it's the hubs like rebuilt Silvermoon. The zones are redone Eversong Woods, redone Isle of Quel'Danas.
Factions?
Yeah, and redone Zul'Aman. That's its own whole zone.
Cool.
It's fucking sick.
Very pretty.
I love it.
Do you know what RuneScape? What's cool RuneScape does? I'm not a player, but do you remember Graham? Like not Falco Graham, but Peach Graham?
Yeah.
He's like a actual top player.
Okay.
And he was telling me like the devs don't add anything into the game without a community poll. So like everything is like put to a vote, and then like the community will be like, yeah, I like that or I don't like that. That's how like
That's
it's
cool.
Yeah, I feel like modern WoW is like edging closer to like RuneScape, where it's like not about that like long, arduous sort of leveling journey, and that's part of the game. Now it's like everything is sort of like, you probably max level a character in what, a couple days.
It's easy. Yeah. I think
because they realize the game's no longer about that.
If I'm trying, I'm hard pressed to take 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy though.
But it's like, yeah, no, the leveling journey is meaningless.
Because it's old game design, I think, for it to be anything else.
Yeah, I think the analogy that I heard used was like for the difference between classic and retail is people who like hikes and people who like roller coasters, respectively. Right?
Yeah.
And it's just
yeah, the game's more like put in a token and play this dungeon. Like,
yeah, it's
arcadey in a way.
It's there's a couple MMOs like this. They're described typically as theme park MMOs, where there's a bunch of little things that you can do and they don't take very long individually.
There's always like one thing that is like, oh, I need to do this and I hate doing this. As like modern, like Daladex, I hated Torghast. Hated Torghast.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I'll be real. I don't see any of that so far.
I really liked dragon riding. It was like a fun and like new way for flying mounts to be in the game.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. I never rode a flying mount again.
Yeah. Not only is it everywhere, but you can do it with all of the flying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So all of your favorite mounts can they have dragon riding animations and stuff.
Nice.
What was the last one I played?
You played Dragonflight.
Well, I knew that. I just wasn't sure if there was one after.
You didn't play War with him at all.
I didn't think so.
No,
War with him was fun.
It was good.
Yeah, I maxed leveled the character. I played a couple times. That seems to be my like interaction with modern WoW.
The current dungeons, at least for season 1, I like all of them. I think they're all awesome.
Another thing, I feel like this is always going to inherently be part of the game. Just because it's like, you have like SimCraft and stuff, like people just crunch numbers.
Yep.
But like, I would like to have like a little bit of more customizability into like how I play my class.
Sure, yeah.
Because there's always just going to be like, you could play this other one, but you do less numbers. And the whole point is you doing numbers. In a way.
So right now, I would say it's pretty common, at least this is general consensus, it's pretty common across most, not all, obviously, because it's never perfect, but across most classes, you typically have two things, like a couple options you can go into now, which doesn't feel as bad.
Well, like, if you go through the talent tree, I remember Death Knight, I thought it was so cool that you could summon a dragon, fly over you, and shoot a beam.
Yeah.
Like, that looks so cool. But it's like, moves like that are typically not usable in like rotation-based DPS output dungeon crawls.
Yeah. There was a season where we had, I think it was actually most recent, so we had Frost DK with Breath be insanely viable. Because the logic was, in order to time like the high keys, you needed giant fucking holes. So they would just build up all of their shit, save it up, and then once the pack was built up, you just sent Breath, yeah. And then suddenly it was like you were tripling everyone else's damage for a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. It's just you go through a talent tree like a warlock, and there's probably like 5 abilities that are like sort of like that, where it's like just objectively sort of like visually cool and fun to use, and maybe one of them is gonna be like used consistently.
Yeah.
But I guess that's, yeah. I feel like the game is like, it's hard to enjoy if you're kind of just like not going hard with it. In a way, it's like once you start getting more gear, people care more about like the numbers, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's really common. Again, what my current guild is frequently described as is they call it the like tier of player is like dad corn. Is what it's called, right? And the idea is that everyone's good enough that they could do it, right? But they kind of stick to like the heroic level.
Yeah.
And they just kind of get their achievements. They get their like they do whatever the minimum level Mythic Plus is to get your portals for all the different dungeons and your mount and whatever. And then they get there ahead of the curve for heroic, and they call that. Yeah. That's it, right? And maybe they'll like do like a couple bosses in Mythic for fun, right? Yeah. But nobody's like expecting 99 parses, blah 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 blah. That's not a thing. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that for the type of player you are, that's like the perfect place, because you're not really expected. There's like a really small subset of rules that are more common courtesy than it's like one of our rules typically is just try to show up the raid with literally any amount of improvements in gear over the last time you were there that didn't come just from your vault from the last one, right? Which is like upgrade something once, so I can see that you're playing the game.
even when I played a lot in high school, like a lot in high school, it was all like the most people I would only engage with people enough to find an arena team.
Sure, yeah.
And then everything else was just like spamming duels and doing battlegrounds, and trying to like 1vx as much as possible. That was how I interacted with the game. So it was a very like solo person PvP based approach to like I don't want to have to like organize stuff.
Yep.
I remember the first time that I helped somebody in game, and I felt like $1,000,000 because I was such a new player. And I think I crafted something for someone, and then I showed them like where to go for something, like someone else where to go for something, and I was like,
Yeah, but I feel like that's more of a classic player mentality of like I like the social sort of like.
I don't even like the social,
Really?
and that's just me because
She's
I'm an
just
anxious little
anxious.
mess.
But that's part of it, isn't that?
For
Yes,
sure.
yes, it is. Oh, I had to get better at it.
It sounds like you just need other people to be like, I'm also.
Well, Jenko
Nervous.
was good to play with. Jenko
Yeah.
made me feel comfortable.
Again, my guild,
Yeah, from the guild.
right? These people are a bunch of creatures. But some of my favorite people. And like, the nice thing about like again going back to like the dad core guild thing is that normally within a guild like that you have a handful of people that are like ridiculous at the game but just don't want the pressure of being in like I have to show up 4 nights a week, fucking grind 6 hours a night.
Biggest
I don't do
commitment
anything
you've ever
else,
had
whatever,
other than
right?
your job.
That's a Vincent core to me. I feel like he could like absolutely get crazy levels of good at this game.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not-
Say Vincent Core.
Yep.
That's what
Yep.
I said.
Dude, no, that's probably true.
I like
honestly.
it.
the
Vincent
way he
Core
plays,
with
you
his
can tell,
mouth,
like,
yeah.
you know, he's very
He just wants fun.
well. No, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the way he plays is like, wow, that's hard. Like
Yeah.
that he plays in a very impressive way. How to actually it'd be obvious, I guess.
Oh, Malcolm just made us feel really old, by the way.
Why?
Because he's like, I'm turning 24 this year, and that's the age you were when we met.
Yeah, when I saw I don't remember. I came back for the first.
That was a fucking absolute reversal.
That was
by
a
the way.
mollywall.
Boots has been like really heavily ahead most of the time, and Malcolm just really socked him hard. Like,
I don't remember who it was, but somebody here was like, "Oh, you're Boo?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, last time we played, I was in high school. Jesus Christ! Why are you telling me that, man?
Right?
that's brutal. I'll be honest, what I think I'd really like for this game that like kind of went away for me. I need a consistent practice partner, like somebody who shows up every day to play the game for a little bit, you know.
I'm getting a lot of this flippy.
Because fucking ranked is a cesspool that demoralizes me after a little bit.
I swear the game feels worse on ranked.
It does.
It's like he like there's less people, so he's like has worse servers or something.
Maybe.
It just feels like not people. I don't know what's going on.
Garbage. Yeah. And then, I mean, I don't have Lucas in it. Lucas was like a really big source of my like motivation to play in practice.
God, that was once a week for how long?
I mean, it's also harder the older you get. Not like in terms of like cognitive ability, but like I don't know.
Schedule?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 9 to 5. It's like
I imagine you have things that you like doing that aren't melee.
Yeah,
afterwards,
exactly.
You know.
so, like focused practice time has to be very dedicated to like I really need to organize if I want to do this, and like a lot of the time I do have to choose that or over something else.
Yeah, the biggest level ups I've had in my life have come from either literally the forced restart of flopping the controller.
Yeah, you'll just learn a lot because you have to like look at the game in a way again.
But then the other ones were always when I had a practice partner. Because like throughout the years that I've played this game, I had I can't even remember the tag of my first practice partner. Because he was like a peach slash I think sometimes sheik.